I'm going to show you how to make an easy Minecraft 118 iron farm, Bedrock Edition, that gives you loads of iron and also gives you string. Don't you go anywhere. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft 118 farm tutorial series. And this time we're in Bedrock. And today it is an iron farm and we're going to make use of these guys. Well, not him. Once I'm done, I'm going to give you this as a world download for Windows 10 Bedrock Edition for free. This farm will produce you approximately 320 iron ingots per hour, plus you'll get string and poppies. You can compost the poppies and you can do whatever you want with the string. Everything you need for this farm is inside this chest. You are going to need 4 magma blocks, 4 minecarts with hopper, 4 powered rails, really important that they're powered rails, 12 gates, 1 bucket of lava, 2 buckets of water, 20 beds, 10 workstations. I recommend the loom because it's really cheap, 12 glowstone, 448 structural blocks, 76 stairs, 64 temporary blocks, 224 leaf blocks, 10 villagers, several torches, and a minimum of 4 hoppers and a minimum of 2 chests. Now you can have extra of those depending on how you want to run your inventory system. 1 extra hopper for every 2 extra chests, and you want 20 scaffolds. Now you need to decide where you're going to put this farm because you don't want it closer than 64 blocks from any bed, villager, village or workstation, and that includes your own base. But you don't want it too far away from a village because you're going to want to get 10 villagers in it. Alternatively, and probably even better, have it about 64 blocks away from a villager breeder. Now we've got this village here and we've also got this village here. And about halfway between the two, we have got this island in the middle of this lake. Now this could work really well, and I'll tell you why. You do not want any spawnable blocks within 16 blocks of the underside of this farm. That means the farm's got to be at least 16 blocks in the air. Ideally, 24 blocks in the air would be best. Otherwise, you could find that you've got iron golems spawning underneath it, and that's not what you want. This area is pretty flat, so I think we're going to go for this. It's worth mentioning that this design was inspired by another design by FoxyNoTail, who is a great Bedrock Minecrafter. I've added in a few little Avomance bits and pieces and included a killing system for cats. I've put Foxy's link in the description below. Please do go and check him out, he's brilliant. Now the first thing you need to do is light up all around underneath where your farm is going to be. This is going to cast a big shadow, and if you're not careful, you're going to end up with loads of mobs underneath it, even in the daytime, and that is not what you want either. So make sure this place is lit up really well. I reckon that'll do. You can do it however you want. Come to about where you want the centre of your farm to be and place down a scaffolding. On top of that, place down another one, and then come underneath and place down another 15. You should be 17 blocks in the air, and you want to be placing leaf blocks on the side, 1 block down, then place another block on top of that. Get rid of that first block because you don't need it, and then get yourself a bit of a platform all around this scaffolding like this using 5 leaf blocks. This is going to give you a little bit of room to work. We're going to build the inventory system first. Place a leaf block to the side right there, and then place a chest on top of it, and shift click a chest into the side of that. Then come back with a hopper and into the back of that chest, doesn't matter which side, place a hopper going into the side of it so as it is going downwards. Then grab your chest again, shift click one there, shift click one into the side, and you've got 2 double chests. Then get a hopper so as it's facing into the top of that, then into the side of that, then into the side of that, and then finally come down a little bit and click one into the side of that. You should still be able to increase the height of your scaffolding another 3, which is what we're going to do now. 1, 2, 3, which brings you up to the level of those hoppers. We're now going to place a powered rail on top of all of these hoppers. You need to stand on the hopper because if you shift whilst you're on that scaffold, it won't work. Shift click a powered rail there, shift click a powered rail there, then come to the side, shift click one there, and shift click one there. It will snap in whatever direction, it does not matter. Then you want to get yourself some oak leaves, different leaves, and click them onto the side of the rail, just like that. And then come around and do the same onto the side of that rail, just like that. Onto the side of the leaves, side of the rail, until you completely encircle these rails. Place a leaf block on top of the scaffold as well, because you're going to jump down onto those leaves there and you can get up and down very easily. Place 4 hopper mine carts like that, then place a temporary block, I'm just going to use leaves because it's in my hand, and 4 magma blocks on top of those blocks there. Then come around and get rid of that leaf, you don't need that anymore. Jump down onto those leaves right there and go down your scaffolding and get to the bottom of your farm. And underneath it, you want to count out from the center of those magma blocks, which is underneath that hopper there. You want to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And on the 11th block, you want to create yourself a water drop so you can jump down from the top without getting hurt. That was a bit rude. That should do nicely. Come back up to the top and with your structural block, whatever it is going to be, come out from the sides of these magma blocks, 8 blocks. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And do that in all directions until you've got a big 18 by 18 square. Now, once you've done that, come to where your magma blocks are and count out 1, 2, and on the third one, take out 2 blocks and place in 2 glowstone. You could use maybe shroom lights or something like that. 2 and there, 2 and there, and there as well. And then come to the corner and count in 1, 2, 3 and place another light block there. What this is going to do, this is going to stop any mobs from spawning whilst you are making this farm. Once you've made it and the water goes in, the mobs won't spawn at all, but it also makes it look quite fancy. Then come along with an upside down step and place a trim all the way around the outside of your farm. And then place another structural block on top of those steps. And then put a leaf block on top of all of those blocks. Come to the center where your magma blocks are and place a square of temporary blocks over them and then build this up until it is 4 high. And once you're up 4 high, turn the top one into an 8 by 8 square. And you can do that by coming out 3 on each side and then turning that into a square. We're going to be taking these away in a minute, so it doesn't matter what block it is you're using. Come to one of the edges of your square and count in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then count in 1, 2, and on the next block, place a bed. Then place another one, and another one, and another one. So you've got a row of 4 with the heads of the bed facing the middle. And then place 4 more in towards those. And then on the sides of them, come to the edge, go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come to the other end, go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then at the sides here just place 2 in like that and 2 in like that. You have got 20 beds there ready for your farm. Then you need to grab your leaf blocks, and it's really important that these are your leaf blocks. You are going to make a donut of leaves from the heads of these beds here. You can see we're putting them over those beds. You're going to need to press shift click to be able to put them on the beds, or just run them to the sides of the leaves like that. Don't put them here on the outer side. We're going to do something else with that in a moment. But get these leaves so they are completely donutted and then fill in the middle. Now trim all the way around the outside of this 8 by 8 square with your structural block. So it should look like this, an 8 by 8 square with a structural block around the outside and a 6 by 6 square of leaves in the middle. Now grab your structural block and place 1 in each corner like this, and then get yourself your whatever workstation you've decided to use, and on 2 of the sides place down 4 of these workstations, and on the other 2 place down 6 of these workstations, which will fill the entire gap between the corners. In the gaps, place a leaf block there, 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 and there. Then come on top and place a structural block on each corner and a leaf block all the way across the top here. Once you've done that, come up in the corners another 4 blocks, and at the top of that place another leaf block, and then create a solid square all the way around the outside of this square. And once you've done that, place another row of leaves all the way around the outside, so as you have got a lip of 1 block outside these solid block struts underneath. So your farm now looks like this. Jump down off your roof, you won't die, don't worry about it, and then get rid of all of these temporary blocks right down to the stem, but don't take the stem away yet. And once you've just got that solid 2 by 2 structure there, come to the third one up and place 2 gates there, 2 gates there, 2 gates there, and 2 gates there. And then delete out those 4 and place 2 gates there and 2 gates there. Open up those gates like that, and then open up these gates as well. This is going to be where we hold our lava, but I'm not putting it in just yet. You can now get rid of all of these blocks underneath. Now place a temporary block in each of these corners like this, which is going to help you get out, and it's also going to help us when we put the water in, because now it's time to go and get some villagers. And the way you do that is entirely up to you, but I recommend you use minecarts, bringing them all the way up and in, because that is by far, in my opinion, the easiest way. Do not try and breed your villagers inside your farm. I know it's easy, I know all you got to do is lob some food in, but it will be a mistake and you will be sad. Bring them in from a breeder or from a village. Seriously, you'll thank me. They'll all get crowded up, they won't be able to get to their workstation, and you'll actually get less iron, not more. And once you've got all 10 of your villagers in there, they will immediately take up the profession of the workstation that you've put in there. So these have all become shepherds. If you've got any nitwits, unfortunately they won't, and that'll affect your farm, so make sure you don't bring any nitwits in. And at this stage, you'll probably find that an iron golem spawns in your dry tray right here. You might also get a couple of cats. This is okay. We don't mind the golems and the cats being here at the moment. We're going to fix that right now. Come one inside your glowstone and put 2 temporary blocks like that. And while you're standing on that, highlight, come forwards and highlight. You can see the hitbox of that lower gate. Press shift, and when you hit the gate, it won't actually click like that. So shift, hit your lava on top of that, and those gates will hold all of that lava in and you won't have any accidents. All we've got to do now is get some water in. Come to your temporary block, not on top of the temporary block, not on the leaf blocks, because you will saturate them. Place a bucket of water and then come along 2 blocks. Don't place it next to the wall block or the temporary block, place it next to that one. Then come along 2, place it next to that one. You've now got a solid block right there. Collect that and place along 2 further. Collect it, place along 2 further, and continue to do that until you get all the way across to the end. Again, don't place a bucket of water on the square that is next to the temporary block. Place it to the next one and then on top of the temporary block, and then do that all the way around. You'll see the water runs to but not over those magma blocks, and that's really important. The water will push the golems and the cats onto those magma blocks, and in the case of the golem, it will put its head into the lava. Then climb on top of your leaf blocks and run along, removing these temporary blocks. You may find the odd cat is up here as well. That's fine. Give them a knock until they go into the water. Same for Mr. G here. Just get him into that water. As soon as he is, give him a nudge. He's in there and he'll go to his eventual fate of lava. And that is your farm finished. This will keep rolling whilst the chunks are loaded that you're playing in. So if you're nearby, this is going to be producing iron at a rate of around about 320 iron ingots per hour. So it's quite good for a very small farm. You can access your collection system by coming up your scaffold to the top. And once you're here, you can just come down onto your platform and access all of your lovely loot. You'll see you get string from the cats, iron ingots and poppies from the iron golems. You don't need any light up here because all of these blocks are non-spawnable. This is a really simple farm. Bedrock iron farms are normally quite complex, but this one is an absolute doddle. All you've got is a tray, a few villagers, a few workstations and a lot of iron. Well, you end up with a lot of iron. Remember, this farm is available for Windows 10 as a world download. Go to avomance.com, that is avomance.com, and you will see free downloads as a link at the top. Go there and that will take you to exactly where your world is. If there are any other Bedrock farms you quite fancy me having a go at, do let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you and I'll certainly reply. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you enjoyed them and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.